NFL League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game.
It's the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Greg Zuerlein out for the opening kick. And away we go from East Rutherford. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State fourth-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, well, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
Prescott opening with a pass. Throw secured by Brandon Cooks. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Option headed to the left on first down. Big play, pushes them beyond midfield. And he's brought down at the 44. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. First down, here's Dak. That one's complete, right side. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
From the 20 on second down. Ferguson's got it, complete. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now, it's starting with 6 as they come up on it, first and goal. Dak throwing again. The throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. A solid run, 7 yards on the pickup, and that brings up 3rd and goal.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, I got to give some kudos to that defense right there. Sometimes as an offense, you think you can outsmart those guys on the other side. But that defense, they were dialed in for that draw.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Oh, they'll try and run it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys finish up an excellent opening series. Once it became goal-to-goal, Brock, that field goal team just didn't feel like they were ever going to see the field. This team was committed to making a statement on the opening series, even if it meant leaving the offense out there on 4th and goal.
Yeah, I think that's really well said, Kate, for a couple reasons. Number one, you do get a chance to finish, right? So you do all this work to get there, you want to finish it. But you also know if you don't get it, well, you set your opponent up with some really bad field position. I love that decision.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Xavier Gibson now to return. Returns looking good so far. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. So now it's the Jets getting out on offense for their opening drive. They're led out by one of the game's most tenured veterans and most decorated quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
Going to the ground again on first. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun. It's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. From the shotgun, Rodgers. That's complete to Wilson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 33 yards. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. From the gun, it's Hall. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They go right back to Hall. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That was Micah Parsons making that play. Only a yard on the play, an improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
That's caught for the first. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On first down, here comes Hall. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro? You stick someone like that.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now here's Rodgers. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets finish off their opening drive. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Well, whether he stays the go-to guy the entire game remains to be seen, Brock, but no doubt about it on that opening drive. He was the star. Bunch of catches and a touchdown to begin this one.
Yeah, Kate, I think it's twofold. Number one, this guy, you just know, you want to get that engine started because when it revs hot, big things happen for this offense. Number two, you felt like there were people there you could pick on defensively. And this defense, you better find some answers for this playmaker.
Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets start off well to tie things 7-7. Zuerlein has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Turpin with a return. This return makes it up to the 25. Dallas sending its offense out for the second time this game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. Catch made by Cooks. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them Well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Cowboys punting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Anger on now. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Jets are starting deep from their own territory here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Rodgers here from the gun. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. He gets it ahead, winds up at about 3. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, 3rd down. To throw, Rodgers. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
So on 4th down, the Jets turn to a fan favorite. It's Thomas Morstead to punt it away. Starts the return at the 34. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing on 1st is Prescott. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Low back in the backfield. He gets the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun is Prescott. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will look to throw. And he's touched down about 5 yards shy of that first down marker.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. A give left side for Hall. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Marshawn Nealon, the one to send him down. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. Throwing on 1st down, Rodgers. That one's cut along the left sideline. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Couldn't connect there. Incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. So 2nd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They'll throw again. Rodgers. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Hall takes it straight ahead. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
2nd and 8. That throw finds Conklin. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Now Rodgers. And he scores. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets break the tie here in the 1st. Malachi Corley, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld on review. Zerline on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets taken down immediately, right at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
2nd and 10 now. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job in the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st down, here's Dak. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's keeping it again. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
This, our last play of the quarter. The give here on 2nd. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. More from MetLife coming right up. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. It's taken in by Lamb. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Wow, they must really trust in this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. He goes right corner pocket there, but does get it to go through from deep. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You know, Kate, there was a time when you and I were growing up watching football where a 50-yard kick was impressive. But these kickers of today, they just keep pushing that boundary and showing off incredible leg strength.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. This return makes it up to the 25. The Jets down receiver Garrett Wilson back out to take possession. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
1st and 10 from the 41. Here's Hall once more. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That was Micah Parsons making that play. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Thomas Morstead on the punt. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. Pulled in at the 20. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now, elsewhere on the return, there's an injured player in need of some attention, which he will get as trainers head his way. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Prescott here from the gun. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Throw complete to Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
They've got 1st down from the 31. A give to Vaughn out of the shotgun. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. That's caught for the 1st. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Now Dak to throw. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys take a 2nd quarter lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys push their lead to 3. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Gibson now to return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Jets out to begin another drive. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
From the shotgun, Rodgers. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Thomas Morstead heading back out for the punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. Man, it'll be their football. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st and 10, Prescott. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Again on 2nd and 10, Prescott. It's caught, Ferguson. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
You know, with some of these tight ends today, you could put 2 guys, heck, put 3 guys on them, and they still find a way to make those catches. With how they move at their size, they really are the ultimate matchup advantage.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He has the first over the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys make it a 9-point advantage. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys make it a 10-point ball game. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Wangu now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And they're going to try to take the lead back to one possession here after that last score pushed it up to 24-14. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Rodgers here from the gun. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Hall running between the tackles. And they had that one contained right at the line. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Blitz coming for Rodgers. Conklin brings it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Pressure comes, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Adams. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, it's Hall. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Cowboys and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. He's on the move. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
From the 26 on second down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Back to throw. Here's Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Jets football. Now here comes the New York offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Offense to the line for second down. They go right back to Hall. And they get him down after a solid gain up to the 31. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Rodgers. Getting out to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Coming right is Hall. His foray up the middle, and that's about 3. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. A give left side for Hall. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know why baseball coaches are called managers, Kate? Because they got to manage a lot of situations. And I've realized over time and talking to them, they love taking a situation, a game moment, and making it a team topic. That play, by that corner right there, I know this is a head football coach, not a head football manager, but he's going to take that play, he's going to illuminate it to his team and show the fearlessness of his corner making that tackle.
Oh, he's going to run for it. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Jets trailing on the scoreboard. 1st and 10 from the 41. Throwing now from the gun. Wilson's got it. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 36. Into the hands of Conklin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Cowboys scoop it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, Kate, defenders today are taught, don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
The Cowboys taking over on offense. Not much time left before halftime. And it looks likely they'll carry a 2-score advantage into that locker room. Ball at the 33 for first down. First down, here's Dak. Ferguson there to bring it in. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing on first is Prescott. Finds him over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Flush down out to his left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. He completes it in traffic. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right? When the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because he threw it in double coverage. And you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So fourth down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we've arrived at halftime with the Cowboys enjoying a lead on the road. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Wangu now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Jets offense now set to take over. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
The give on 2nd to Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled, well, for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll go right side with Hall. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop. Calling about 5 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 13.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They kick the running back in motion. Completed over the middle. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackle made by Chuck Clark.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10, Prescott. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. This finds Cooks, complete. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they face 2nd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped, helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jets have it on the edge of their own goal line. They're at the 3. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time. but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. The ones you get, you have to finish with points.
Now this offense ready to head back out. And they're backed up just about as deep as they can be off the interception. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Wilson on the slant. He's got to gain a 6 there. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Able to find Corley. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Hall takes it straight ahead. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hall once more. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They run. Here's Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. And that brings up 3rd and 8. Play action with Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They've got 1st down from the 31. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Dak. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Another throw for Prescott. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Dak throwing again. That one's incomplete over the middle. Trying to find his tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Quincy Williams making the tackle.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Prescott here from the gun. On the move, headed right. And he's going to go down. Jets brought the pressure and got to him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Wangu now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Their offense ready to take the field now. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hall. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Hall on the give. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down, ball at the 36. Rodgers set to pass. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Off play action, Rodgers. That throw behind his intended target.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll throw again, Rodgers. Rolling left behind. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, it's hard to come by in this league.
They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Quincy Williams making the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, and the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the 1st down play.
Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Kate. And I know every yard counts in this league, but that lone yard, it's not going to really change what they're thinking about doing here on 2nd down.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Catch made by Cooks. This is ahead for about 5. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. Third and 4 coming up now. Dak now from the gun. Escapes. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of sand, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. Brian Anger, the one to send it away. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. To throw, Rodgers. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Rodgers here from the gun. Stays in the pocket. Gets everything he has under this throw.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. From the shotgun, Rodgers. That's completed right side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
All set up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hall. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That throw finds Conklin. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust, and trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
3rd down give to Hall. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. He gets 6 on that play, and it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Brought in right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain. Here's
2nd and 5. Has his man, it's Corley. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a first down. Running this with Hall. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes. And it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
Rodgers throwing on 3rd down. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down.
So the Jets disagreeing with the call on the field, and yep, they're going to have them take another look at it. Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football, and that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
So upon further review, they get a more favorable spot, and that's enough to give them the first down. They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, here comes Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out, because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. Finds him over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Play action with Rodgers. Has it down close. And that's a New York touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Huge moment here for the Jets as they go for 2. Rodgers trying to throw for it. And that pass is caught. They get the 2 points and a little drama now. We've got ourselves a 1-score ball game. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Throwing again is Dak. Into traffic, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Play action, Prescott. Looking to his fullback now. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Fullback trying to power it across. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. From the gun is Prescott. Escapes out to... And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys have a commanding 14-point lead now in the 4th. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys lead by 15 now. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Wangu now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Their offense running back out now. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. Finds his target, Hall. And he's tackled for no gain.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys take possession down inside the 30 after the interception.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something-something to the return.
The Cowboys back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Prescott will look to throw. Throw left side, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll try and punch it in, and he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Prescott here from the gun. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Here we go, right up the gut. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only 1 yard on the pickup. Oh boy, now they're facing 4th and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. 1st down, didn't score. 2nd down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. Sending this straight at it. Gay's kick is good. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Gibson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes their offense out again. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Rodgers here from the gun. Wilson's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st down throw by Rodgers. That's incomplete left side. That throw intended for Malachi Corley. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Throwing again. It's Rodgers. This will be caught by Adams. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
1st down, Rodgers. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Rodgers. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And the defense is energized following that stick for a loss.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack. Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. They'll go for it, Rodgers. And they get to him and hold him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They motion a receiver left. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Back-to-back carries here. Open space inside the 40. And he's finally brought down at the 33. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from New York.